All right. Your boy Dreamcore made this little video here, and in the video, I figured I'd go and test it. I had all the gear pieces he was talking about. I had already tested them all a little bit. It wasn't really that happy with them, but let's go ahead and just run the test. I have a pretty basic setup. I'm doing a bunch of frenzy charge stacking to be able to mitigate physical damage. I found one of these rings that actually has 2 rolls of additional physical damage mitigation per frenzy charge. This one only has 1 roll, so I get 30% physical damage mitigation there. And then I get 37% less physical damage taken here. And this guy is giving my frenzy charges to me to my endurance charges, so I'll have 10 endurance charges, so I get a bunch of physical mitigation there. And the question is it going to be enough physical damage mitigation to where the physical damage that is being converted here is actually superior? Meaning if I take 100 elemental damage and 40 of that is being converted to physical damage on a normal setup, that's going to be pretty terrible. That's going to result in more damage because the physical mitigation is much weaker in this game. But do I have enough physical damage mitigation to where this actually works? I have no clue. So I am going to pump up a map real big like, and we are going to find out. What map would work pretty good for this? Vaults are pretty big, right? I'll do Underground River. I like Underground River. Likes effects of curses. I don't want the double curse. Cannot leech, might be pretty rough. I'm scanning my build. It's like, hey, he's playing charges. Oh, it wasn't big enough. That's big enough. Increased AoE could be pretty rough. But for the most part, none of those hurt me in the slightest. So let's pump it up with some delirium orbs. I'm supposed to be super tanky, right? So let us do 10 delirium orbs. Let's get some scarabs in the house. There we go. We got a 10er on delirium. Obviously, we're going to need bigger pack size, so let's grab some scarabs. Tormented spirits, sure. Actually, I think I still have some in here. I do. This is for increased pack size. And let's see if this build is tanky enough to do a Simulacrum 100. And I'm going to go in and full juice it up as well. I'm going to go into that bung hole. Juice it up. Juice it up. Now, this is a very low DPS build. I'm not going to select any of those crazy things. But it should be pretty tanky. So I should be able to just sit there, do some cast on a crit, and eventually kill everything, hopefully. Anything with some elemental resistance is going to be a bit rough, and none of those are going to be good. They never are. It feels so slow because I've been playing with my high quality on the Cyclone. Gives it like a 30% movement speed modifier. No, I just feel so slow. Man, this one sucked. Didn't give me jack for juice. Oh, none of my auras are up. Must have died the last time I played this game. My aura's down like that. Oh, there he is. I'm a Vol Cyclone on him. I find it absolutely amusing. Vol Cyclones just kind of go in that perfect circle. What'd that even do? It looks like it might have given me a little bit more juice. A juice event. So we are at a little over 3,000 juice. I could walk around, maybe grab just a little bit more on the edges. Edge my character a bit. Alright, that's enough. It is 100% delirious. Little over 3,000 juice of juice. Am I gonna survive it? So far, so good. I'll do a little bit more crazy later on. I'm gonna hit my Vol Cyclone, see if I survive it through the Vol Cyclone. And obviously, if we look at my defenses, my physical mitigation is gonna be 90% the whole time. Even with only 5,000 armor, it's 90%. I'm also rocking Blood Notch tech. Blood Notch with the stun. Yeah, it should be pretty tanky. But I don't have the damage. Especially not to do those things. Oh, shit. Batman boss, there's no way I got the damage to kill that dude. But, let's see if I have the survivability to survive that dude. This is far more of a defensive test than an offensive test. I can't see what I need to pick up. Let's clear out some riffraff. It's Vol Cyclone time. Survived a Vol Cyclone. I'm gonna try to see just how much I can deal damage against this guy. Maybe I should go insane. I'm gonna go insane real quick so I can crit a lot more. Oh, hell no. Let's pick up these scarabs and let's bolt. I seem to be pretty tanky though. I mean, I'm kind of just laughing. It's a pretty thick map. I'm gonna try this guy down in here again, but I'm gonna go insane. Yeah, it seems to be working. Obviously, I need to do control testing. Maybe I'm this tanky regardless of that shield. But I feel like the elemental damage would be getting me right now if I didn't have that. At just 75 max all res, because it's only converting, you know, half of it to physical otherwise. Should I dare a Vol? I'm gonna dare a Vol Cyclone. Oh, I got got. I got got from the Vol Cyclone. So it still has the same problem that every melee build in this game has. That is the fact that you just can't hold still in this game. I could have finagled Arctic Armor for those Vol Cyclones. But realistically, I mean, you shouldn't use Vol Cyclone. Well, obviously I don't have my charges up. We don't count that one. Actually, we don't count either of those. One of them I died. Fucking. I wasn't even close to that, man. I wasn't even close to that portal, man. Unless I was. It's late and it's Sunday. I have to channel to get my endurance charges up. Grab the 2 shiny ones and get the fuck out of that guy's space. He is dangerous. Right, got my 10 endurance charges up now. Should be pretty immortile. As long as I keep moving. You can always die in this game if you hold still, unless you're doing some crazy shenanigans. I really do like this ball lightning of orbiting. It has a pretty big flaw, which I think the Deadeye can fix. When it hits the walls, it just dies. It doesn't bounce off the walls. It doesn't bounce off the terrain. So I think I'm going to be using concentrated effect. Concentrated. I said it the right. Man, for a while, I've been all messed up with concentrated ground and concentrated effect. I tried to make a video a year ago with those 2 in the video, and I had to say them back to back. And since then, my mind has just been broken. Happened to me with Hyundai. I've always called it Hyundai forever because that's what it's called. It's Hyundai. I drive a Hyundai, right? And I started working at this place that deals with the automotive industry, and I guess a lot of people who work there called it Hyundai. So they had a slogan that says Hyundai like Sunday, not Hyundai like some other thing. And ever since I saw that stupid sign, I started saying Hyundai. It's like my mind naturally just rebels against anything. So they told me I'm supposed to say it the way I normally say it. I started just subconsciously saying it the wrong way. So now every now and then I just say Hyundai. And it's the same with concentrated effect and concentrated crown. Can't even say them. Vol Cyclone survival right there. I mean, that is the true test of tankiness, is can you hit Vol Cyclone and be comfortable? Right now I'm fighting a couple of big boys, heavy hitters. I'm gonna hit this Vol Cyclone and I'm gonna be comfortable. I am not concerned over my death at all right here. These guys aren't doing jack. They aren't doing diddly to me. Of course, I'm not going to be killing this guy. But I will see, like, if I notice a damage difference. Let's go insane here. Right now I'm unhinged. Yeah, let's go unhinged. My crit should be insane with this. That's the only real difference. I'm just going to be critting like crazy. Let's hit the Vol Cyclone. Yeah, my casts seem to be pretty capped out for the most part. Running out of energy shield. I decided I want to kill him, right? Finish the job. I'll use this to charge up my energy shield. I guess Cyclone isn't the thing that's draining it. Yeah, I don't even need that extra 40% physical and chaos for this little dude. Culling Strike would be pretty nice right now. Then I'll hit him with one last Ball Cyclone. Come on, he's gonna give me the good drops. 15 splinters, really? Oh, no, 8 portals. I'm so low on portals, that's a hot drop. Well, I'm gonna stay insane. Might as well. I mean, my defense is good enough. Do I have any... Nope, I don't have any additional supports. Because my crit chance is probably really high with the ball lightning. While I'm insane. Oh, no, it's not actually as high as you would think. The reason my crit's so low is I was using the thing where you don't have a helmet and your crit's lucky. I forget what that's called. And so I didn't need that much crit strike chance. So all of my gear was kind of low crit strike chance. I'm not even trying to say this is a build. I mean, obviously it works to be tanky. And if you don't mind an extremely slow playstyle, you can play this. But this is way too overtuned in the defensive department for how much offense you have. You could really drop a lot of this defenses and still be just fine. Especially for softcore. Now maybe if you want to do some Simulacrum 30 runs, I don't have enough Simulacrum juice to test that out. Maybe I will after this one, but probably not. I mean, that was juicy. That was a lot of people. Should have been a lot of incoming damage. Now, I've played with builds that do much less damage than this. If I were to guess, it's 1,000,000. That's just a pure guess, though. Maybe a little less. Probably a little less. Probably 800,000 DPS. But it is constant. Constantly applied. Oh no, I shock. Depending on how big of a shock I can get, it'll be a little higher than that. Maybe 1.3. But it looks like the tech kind of works. Or I'm just so defensive that it doesn't matter. Alright. Let's pick up some of this loot and let's switch my shield out. Let's see if we notice anything. Got drained my inventory anyways. I got a shield in here that's got +1 to frenzy charges, which is going to make me pretty tanky as well. But now I have 1 more endurance charge, 1 more frenzy charge, and with that extra frenzy charge, that's going to be 4 more physical damage mitigation here, and then 1 more here. Well, actually 2 more here. Sorry. So 3% more physical damage mitigation. Some more life regeneration, a little bit more movement speed. Then you also get 4 from the base. So it might be even more tanky simply because I'm getting that additional frenzy charge. I don't want none of that to mess with my tinkiness test. Oh, and Abyss. See how the ball lightnings are hitting the wall? This build really doesn't work for tight corridors. Yeah, you'll have to cater what kind of maps you run if you want to use this ball lightning. Or you can just switch it over to static lightning or any other lightning skill for whenever you have tight maps. Did the thing keep going or did it stop? I wasn't paying close enough attention. Really not that bad of damage. Considering the tankiness levels, this might be pretty nice. And I definitely think the damage has improved with that extra frenzy charge, and I am kinda just as tanky. So I don't know if that's worth it. Maybe I just haven't been hit by elemental damage yet. Let's go insane. I like this body armor for that. You can stay sane, so you take the 30% less physical and chaos damage. But if you run into some people like this that are probably like, oh, life regen, yeah, that's terrible. You can go insane and pump your crit chance up even more. Of course, if you want to play this build seriously, you're probably going to want to get to much higher crit chances than the base like 30, 40 I'm at. And let's go back to sanity. I think there's a new one back here I didn't read. Random directions. I wonder what that's gonna look like. Oh, this monoburn dude might kill me. I can't tell if it's going in random directions or not. That's pretty wild. Oh shit, okay. Yep, it was definitely more tanky with the shield. It was definitely more tanky with the shield. And it's not like I'm going, like I'm adding negative layers here. That +1 to frenzy charges is a lot of mitigation. It's not like I'm throwing on some dog shit bullshit shield. I must have placed it somewhere in here. Let's go back to the tank shield. Only got one portal left. gonna backtrack a wee bit so I can get some endurance charges. Oh, never mind. My portal's not where I died, so I got a lot of forward progress to make. Fight a couple of these little dudes to get my endurance charges up, and then I'm gonna head back into fray. Seems like it was a really good way to test it. Just switch it back and forth. Now if I go back in there and I ain't dying, we got ourselves some extended defenses. And this is just kind of my rapid application based on the gear I had. If you really went ham on it, you can probably get real tanky. And have some pretty good damage. Obviously, you played any meta skills. You can just set this up for your tankiness and then grab the meta skills, whatever they may be at the moment. Oh yeah, this is way more tanky. However these mechanics are stacking, you might want to go watch Dreamcore's video. However these mechanics are stacking, it does seem to be working pretty damn well. The physical damage is really helping the elemental damage. 'Cause I died much quicker with the other shield on. Now I have some critical damage mitigation in the form of Defiance Banner, and then I also grabbed that one here, 30% reduced critical damage, just so the crits aren't going to be whacking me. That's pretty important when you're doing a build that just sits in the middle of everything, because one little lightning crit that rolls a high damage roll, it'll really make a big difference between a regular hit. I would put it in Path of Building, but I just don't think the numbers are really gonna accurately represent what's going on here because of the way that armor and physical damage mitigation works. I'm not sure it's gonna calculate correctly in POB. I'm not good enough at POB to know. That's not really my scene. Yeah, I took some damage, man. This is tanky. Might as well go in here and tickle these guys. I got a few of them. I whacked a few of them off. I didn't whack enough off there. Let's see what we got here. Yeah, physical damage is extra lightning. Why not? Chance to remove random charge. I don't want that. Scorching enemies. Why not? Oh, Vol Cyclone, Burning Ground, and a bunch of extra damage got me. I didn't quite notice the Burning Ground, or I definitely wouldn't have Vol Cycloned on Burning Ground. Okay, well that works. Way better than expected. I'm gonna go ahead and... I'm not gonna do anything with POE, but I'll pop it up and put it in the video. In the description. If you guys want to play with it, that's fine. That's fine by me. That's fine by me. I'll do just a quick little thing here. I'm not going to go too deep, just so you can see, in case you don't want to grab it open. The POE here. Fall Cyclone. Let's include regular Cyclone. Including full DPS. I got a second little setup here. Might as well include that. Ball Lightning, all hitting bolts. And configuration. I want to see what that insane does. The damage difference, it should be pretty insane. See what I did there? Have I been hit recently? That makes me regen more. Yeah, I definitely have been hit recently. Let's put this on an average. Hits suppressed recently. I mean, I've suppressed 3 hits recently. That's what's happened. I think I'm only shocking. I have no clue. They're pretty small hits, so let's just go with 20. It's probably smaller on bosses. I am channeling Cyclone. And the boss is Guardian. 1.4 million, it looks like, which is pretty close to what I thought it would be. And, well, let me go to the tree. Sometimes the tree doesn't have them all set up. Okay, yeah, we got a little bit of chaos there. So 1.4 million and an EPS of effective health pool of 147,000. I don't really know how high that is. That's higher than anything I've ever built, I think. But the physical damage mitigation, my maximum physical hit is still the lowest. So my guess is that converting that elemental damage to physical is doing something super weird with the way that the damage is being calculated. Because technically, yeah, that should be something different. Here, let me drop this shield here just to see what happens. Elemental hit goes. Okay. It does help the elemental hit quite substantially. 32,000 maximum hit of elemental damage, which is actually lower than my physical at the moment. Then we put the shield on, and that pumps up to 45. Crazy. Now let's see Just out of curiosity, if I got some rings that pumped up my frenzy charges. Right now, with this setup, I'm at 10. Physical hit is 33,000. Yeah, it still goes up. If I get 2 more rings, that's will put that to 42,000. That's pretty crazy. Now let's add in Arctic armor, because I can just finagle things a little bit to squeeze Arctic armor in. Arctic armor, put that on. $42,000. I probably got to say, am I stationary for Arctic armor to work? I am channeling. Shit, where's the stationary tag? Maybe if you are channeling, you don't count as being stationary, but Vol Cyclone will make me stationary, and I'm definitely channeling. Time spent stationary, there it is. I've been stationary for 10 seconds. Holy shit. Look at that physical health pool. Yeah, if I put Arctic armor on and I do Vol Cyclone, I'm going to be real survivable. Or maybe that's not that high. I don't know. It feels like it's pretty high, especially with only 2,800 life. Let's see what happens if I go just bonkers with some life here. Let's grab this and see how much that EPH goes up. Oh my god. Look at that. That's a huge boost. Let's go ahead and grab these 2 guys. Grab this whole cluster here. Man. That's pretty bonkers. Pretty bonkers. All right, let's unselect all that extra health pool. Like so, and let's get rid of that Arctic armor so we can link this. And that's the video. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you want more info, I can't do a better video than Dreamcore, so just go to his channel. Check this out if you want to see him talk about the interactions that I just demoed. He's got a couple other. He's got the body armor he talks about that has the armor goes to chaos damage. I mean, armor applies to chaos as well. You know what I'm talking about. It's right there in his thumbnail. But I don't really have a lot of armor. Even with determination, none of my gear pieces have armor on it. That determination is only useful for a bunch of little small hits. That's all it's really going to do, because being at 0 armor is pretty detrimental. But once I get all my endurance charges up, yeah, determination does make a pretty big difference, even though none of my gear has armor on it. I don't think I have a single piece. Oh, no, I got armor on the boots. A little bit of armor on the shield. That's it. Anywho, later.